What's up, YouTube? Can we believe I am 30 weeks? What the heck? It's gone by so fast, which is ironic of me to say because I do not enjoy pregnancy, which I've said 10,000 million times. But I also don't want that to be confused with like I'm not grateful that I'm pregnant, because I am super grateful. I just don't love it, you know? So anyways, we hit 30 weeks. That's crazy. At my 20-week anatomy scan, my doctor didn't see it that day. He saw it, so like the next month at my appointment, he wanted to talk to me about it. And that seemed normal, you know? He's like, I want to chat about your anatomy scan. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I just did it last month, blah, blah, blah. But it came with some shocking news, guys. And that was that I'm a high risk for placenta Acretta. What is that? I don't know. I'd never heard of it. So I wasn't like worried when he said that until he started to get more and more into it. So placenta Acretta is the same pregnancy complication that Kim Kardashian has had actually with both of her babies. So what it is when the placenta attaches too deep into your uterine lining, it like interferes with like your muscle, like it goes too deeply into it and attaches really tightly to your uterine muscle, and it can even go outside of your uterus and attach to organs around like your bladder and stuff like that. So I had a C-section with Mariah. I have a scar on my uterus and my placenta attached to the front of my uterus. I have an anterior placenta, and then my placenta is laying on top of my C-section scar, which puts you at risk of developing placenta Acretta. So the risk involved with placenta Acretta is that it can cause mom and baby to hemorrhage. You have to have a C-section if you have it, and a lot of times they don't want to cut like right onto the Acretta where it's attached, because that can cause bleeding that's really hard to control, which would be really bad obviously for mom or baby, because that's when you would hemorrhage and it can be fatal. So he wasn't totally sure if I had placenta Acretta. It's kind of hard to see in an ultrasound. They are checking again next week. They're gonna do another anatomy scan at that point to see if they can see any better. But if I do have placenta Acretta, most doctors will have you have the baby in between like 34, 35, 36 weeks. And that's just to avoid more pregnancy complications. They don't want you to go into labor if you have placenta Acretta because of the risk of hemorrhaging. So that's crazy. Kim Kardashian's getting a surrogate for her third one. I totally understand why. This whole thing's been kind of stressful. I was emotional about it in the beginning, like when I first found out, which was about a month ago. But at this point, like, I don't feel like it's gonna be anything crazy major problem, so that's good. And it's just kind of like what's meant to be will be, you know, with those type of things. Like, I have zero control over that, and so I'm willing to just accept that whatever is meant to be will be for us. So there's that. But yeah, 30 weeks, as you can tell, my uterus has moved a lot higher into my belly, so I am a lot more out of breath. I still feel like I have a lot more energy than I did my first trimester. As I've gone on, I don't know if it's like my hormones are regulated or what, but I felt like more and more normal, and I can feel like I'm really excited to get back to normal and just like have my body and have my like sanity and be able to like run and do all of the things that I normally do. And so as I see that end coming closer and closer, I get like more and more happy and excited and like hormonally normal as I get closer, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know what it is, but my hormones in the beginning of this pregnancy were whack, and I was just like feeling all sorts of ways, which were no bueno. But I am so excited. I'm so excited to have this little girl. I keep picturing what she's gonna look like and what her personality is gonna be like, and I pray she's nothing like me. how I was for my mom, you know? Because I was like an angel saint, but you know, we'll see what happens. So I've done a little bit more shopping. Kev and I are moving very soon. We are actually going in 2 days to go look around and see what our options are and decide where we want to move, which will be really nice because then I can actually like get stuff set up for the baby. I've been a little bit hesitant to buy new stuff because we are like out of room where we're at. But I have bought a couple of things which I will show you guys. I said it before, I think, but like I bought so much stuff with Mariah, it was crazy, and a lot of this stuff we didn't end up using. So I've been a lot more like conservative this time. So I bought this. I thought it was really cute. I saw it at TJ Maxx, so it was like 12 bucks. So I'm like, oh, that's totally my style. I'm gonna buy that. It was cute. I bought this on sale at Carter's. It just says little cutie. It's like a pajama little outfit set. It was like 4 bucks. I know in the beginning we're not gonna be going a lot of places until the baby's like probably 8 weeks old. And so I didn't wanna buy a ton of like outfit stuff. I wanted to buy stuff that could be comfy at home and she could just feel good and be like wrapped in a blanket and not have like full-on outfits on, you know? So with my 0 to 3 month, I focused a lot more on like comfy onesie stuff to wear at home. Then we got these at Carter's. They were on sale. They're just little singlet onesies, a couple different materials. So they're cute. They have a little lace detailing around the arms. Got this one at Carter's. It says, I love mommy. And it's just like a heather oatmeal color. And then a white onesie with a lamb on it and then a little lamb bum. Thought that would be nice and comfy at home. I got this Burt's Bees one at Target. I thought it was really cute and just kind of colorful. It has a little ruffle on the bum and a little hat. So that'll be nice just hanging out at home and keeping comfy for the babe. Then I got these onesies at Carter's. Carter's is having a sale. I love sales, so I just like go to the clearance rack and I'm like, what's on clearance? That's where I got these. So they were like 6 bucks, I think. But yeah, Kev's like, I think those are boys. And I'm like, they might be, but I liked them better than like the like hot pink crazy floral designs, you know? I like sweet little innocent babies that are just like, obviously every baby is a sweet little innocent baby, but I just enjoy that like newborn. I think it's like part of my mom's style from like when we were growing up is just like embedded in my brain, and that's kind of like how she dressed us when we were little. So, and then I did get this little outfit, 0 to 3 months. It was from Carter's. It was really cute. Just has little ties. She'll be born in September, so I'll have to get like a little cardigan to go with it. But yeah, I thought it was a cute little romper. And then Mariah, when Mariah was a baby, I had a lot of like really nice soft blankets and I loved wrapping them in them and just being comfy. That's like one of my favorite things is like rocking in the rocking chair and just being like snuggly and comfy. Mariah's 7 and he still loves that. Like he still loves comfy blankets and like snuggling. So I got her this. It's got like a striped material, ribbed material on it, and it's just really nice and soft. This was TJ Maxx. It was like 8 bucks. So good deal for that. And then I got her this cute little ballerina bear. I totally picture her like growing up and going to ballet and like all that cute little girly stuff that we've obviously never done with Mariah. I'm really excited for it. So this is her first stuffed animal and it's actually Australian textiles, which I'm an Aussie. So that was kind of cute and fun, you know, because I was born in Australia, moved here when I was 5 to the States. So I thought this was really fun and it kind of had like a little sentimental like characteristic to it, you know. Pregnancy brain is real, you guys. I promise. It's so hardcore and it's so real. But I have seen those, they're not Alex and Ani because those are bracelets, but they're like Aiden and Annis muslin blankets, I think. Muslin blankets. And they're like 40 bucks for like 2. And I wanted some, but I was like gonna wait until they went on sale or I found a good deal. but I was at Target and these had 3 of them in there and they were $20. 20, 40, 3, 2, like such a better deal. And I thought these were so cute. This one says goodnight. This one's just like the little design. And then this one's that little cross design I thought was really cute. So I'm like, I'm totally getting those instead of the other ones. And then I got these ones too. Just like a nice floral one. And this is a gold foil heart one. And then this one, I think it says you are so loved when it's like big, and then it's got this cute little pom-pom detail on the side of the blankets. I cannot wait to have her in these. Like, I just think they're gonna be so cute on her. And then I also bought this crib sheet at TJ Maxx. It was $3.99. Can you beat a price like that? No, you can't. So this will be one of her crib sheets. I don't have any crib bedding yet. I had a really hard time finding crib bedding that I liked with Mariah, so I honestly haven't really even looked for crib bedding yet, but it'll be something that matches this. Probably something kind of neutral, like a gray or an oatmeal color bedding. And then Kev's sister-in-law sent this. I thought that was so cute and sweet. It's a binky clip. So you just clip the binky and then it attaches to the baby's outfit. And then I told you guys that I was gonna try to make bows, right? I'm so much better at buying stuff than I am at making stuff, let's be honest. I wish it was not that way, you know? I'm better at buying dinner than I am at making it. I'm better at buying bows than I am at making them. But I did. I made some bows. I went to Michael's and Walmart and got this stuff to make them, but I didn't love them. Kevin says this one looks like a Spanish salsa bow. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. She can wear it on Cinco de Mayo, you know? This one's kind of cute. Like, I think this one turned out kind of cute and it'll be cute on her. But the whole project only cost me like $25 and it took me like 3 hours. So it was a good, like, not too expensive, and it was like a project, you know, which is good to do. That's me convincing myself that this was worth my time and my money, but it really wasn't. I will end up buying the rest of the bows for sure. But there we go, that's all I've got for her in this video. I've obviously bought other little random things, but I didn't think they needed to be shown, I guess. Okay, so we're getting close. I like debated on whether I wanted to keep updating these, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to look back and regret it not updating them. But obviously once the baby is born, it's not going to be pregnancy stuff on this channel. And I have finally zoned into like what I want to do and like what I want to make my YouTube about and the things that I want to like focus on more. So that's been really nice. I've wanted clarity on that for a while, and that's honestly been something that I've let hold me back from making videos. So now that I have some clarity on that, I'm like really excited to kind of gear into those specific things. But part of what I am gonna do after the baby is born on YouTube is just getting back in shape and feeling like yourself again. Because I remember with my first baby, with Mariah, I think one, I was just so naive and I was so young that I kind of started to get back to my old self, like in my old shape and the old things that I liked, but I got really distracted. That was a really difficult time in my life in a lot of different ways, and so I didn't have the opportunity, or I didn't take the opportunity to really get back to my old self. So I'm really excited this pregnancy to have the baby and to really enjoy her as a baby and a newborn and just all of those different stages, but to also really enjoy being back to myself again and like getting back in shape and having a relationship with Kevin and being able to like really nurture that and enjoy these moments together as a couple and as a family. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I'm really excited. You guys want to see my bump? It's huge. I feel like it's bigger than it should be, you know? I've gained 30 pounds and I'm only 30 weeks. So I have 10 weeks left and probably at least 10 pounds. But I'm gonna try to keep that on the low end. I had really good intentions going into this pregnancy, but let's be real. It is very hard to convince yourself that while you are pregnant, do not eat a cupcake. It just is. It's just very hard. Or 5 cupcakes, you know? Or sometimes 10. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Any cupcake, it's very hard. So, it's fine. I don't care. Like, I've gotten to the point where it's like, you know what? It is what it is. When I'm done having the baby, I do not have a worry in the world. It's not going to take me a month to get back to my pre-baby body, but I will get there. I know that. So just relax. And luckily Kev is so sweet and supportive, and he's just like, babe, just be pregnant, and then when you're done being pregnant, just worry about it then. So that's really nice. Okay, so 30 weeks. I can't believe it. She'll be here so soon. Okay guys, thanks for watching this vid. I'm not totally positive how many more we're gonna do before the baby. Definitely do another one, but I don't know how many. So thanks for watching. Bye.